If you think about it for a second, reading is actually so easy. Mechanically speaking, it's simply a matter of looking at one word and ideally comprehending it, but just looking at one word after another. And yet, why is it that so many people struggle to read? I encounter tons of people in real life and through this channel who want to read. You guys, you really want to read and you have the time. You've put your phone away. You've sat down in a nice quiet place, but still something is there blocking all of you. And you know, I think I figured out what it is. And it's not being tired, and it's not work, and it's not that your brain or our brains are habituated to being spoon-fed dopamine. It's actually something a lot more basic. And by the way, if you want to get in touch about your reading slump, just scroll to the bottom of my website, book a free call, links in the description. You ready? My hypothesis is that we simply have decision fatigue because there are just so many books out there, right? And there's Goodreads, and there's Storygraph, and there are those free Audible titles that we can get if we just subscribe. There are Kindles, there are Kobos, there's BookTok, and there's us, goddamn booktubers. There are just simply so many forces pulling us in every which direction. And on top of this, one thing we don't often consider is that whenever we say to ourselves something like, oh, I want to read more, or I really want to read that classic, we are subtly putting identity pressure on ourselves. And this is very real because when we don't read that book, that classic, or that trending something of something else book, we feel like we've let ourselves down. And that hurts. And it puts us off. Plus, our brains are just already cooked from 10 hours of screen time. All of this is friction. Not to mention, well, you know how it seems like there is just nothing to watch on Netflix when in reality there's tens of thousands of titles? It's like if we're going to invest so much time in a book, the book has to be perfect, right? No, you don't need the perfect book. You just need a book that'll get you going. Seriously, this whole channel started with a recommendation I heard on a podcast. Reading will change your life. I hadn't read habitually or consistently in like a decade. And then I just decided, I like the sound of that book. I'm going to read it head first, blind, no other consideration, just the commitment that that's the book I'm going to read. And honestly, that's been my approach ever since. My book choices are wild. I don't do this whole,
I only read one genre, I only like this trope
thing. Check this out. I basically made a book recommender that'll be like, okay, now you read this. It's a quiz. It takes less than 2 minutes to do, and the purpose of it is just to get you started reading. And it's based off Mortimer Adler's legendary list of greatest books ever written, ever. There isn't a greater list to base this recommender off. And I say 2 minutes, but seriously, you can finish in like 30 seconds. Just watch, okay? Begin. Click. What kind of book are you in the mood for? Drama, pick one, right? Next. Pick 2 themes, what you want to wrestle with. Freedom, society. Next. How much intellectual friction do you want? Break my brain. Next. How much time do you want to give this? A solid weekend. Next. What kind of atmosphere are you after? Let's go with hopeful. Click, see results. How easy is that? I even wrote little blurbs for you here for all 266 books on Adler's list that are in this recommender. I scored them, I ranked them, I sorted them, I weighted them, I organized them to give you the perfect book to read. And if you don't like the results, well, look here. There's always one top book, and you just click here. 2 more if there are matches. And, there's a wild card. There's even sometimes a wild card. And in this case, yeah, there's a wild card. Plus, you can always just retake the test. You saw how quick it is to do. But I hear you say, Isn't this a little bit reductive? Yes, it is reductive. That is kind of the whole point of this thing. This is just one book that you will read of the thousands that you will potentially read in the rest of your life. God, that was kind of clumsily said. It's a quick quiz simply to remove all of the friction, to get you to just commit to a book and get you started on your reading journey. But do I have to finish the book? Of course you don't. But come on. This whole DNFing thing around books is one of the dumbest trends to ever appear in reading culture. The reason people DNF books is the same reason people DNF anything in their life. Just saying. Don't be like them. Remember, all the books in this recommender have shaped the destiny of our civilization, and don't give up on that because you simply cannot look at one word after another. You're better than that. Commit. You can find the quiz at the top of my website. It's linked below. And if you actually want the whole context, like why this book is on this list at all, why it matters, who the author is, who their contemporaries are, that sort of thing, I also made an 84-page guide to all of the books on Adler's awesome list. Don't worry, it's not a syllabus. Consider it more like a map. You can download it when you subscribe to my Substack. It's free. It's in the welcome email. Also, I just updated it too to make it look prettier. But if you don't want to subscribe to my Substack, you can also buy it for 15 bucks off Gumroad. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video where I will walk you through that guide and how to use it to build a sane and rewarding reading life.